Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today is Jumpstart Day, and unfortunately it was going to be a deck of heavily armored Minotaurs, which we ended up going 4-2 with, despite me thinking that the deck was pretty trash. But I lost the footage, so let's go back in and play some more Jumpstart, shall we? I'm so mad. So mad. Usually I would say I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, but no, I'm very upset. Also, as of the recording of this video as well, they've just announced, well, I say they've just announced, it was always going to be a thing. Pirates. Pirates is going to be our pick. Just announced that the Jumpstart is going to be ending. I don't know whether or not this video will actually come out before or after that. But yeah, I'm going to try and make some content after that date, so there'll be a little bit more Jumpstart content even after the event finishes, so don't you worry, but there's only so far I can go. And to be honest, as maybe you might be able to tell, we're hitting that logical conclusion now, I think, for this particular set of programming where we're now kind of getting the same cards over and over and over again. As far as secondary picks, I don't really want to do reanimated. I don't think it's all that good, especially with pirates. I'm wondering whether or not we want to go low to the ground Legion, or if we want big boy Predatory Tribal. Excuse me, Predatory Tribal. I think I might go Predatory. I enjoyed our time with Predatory, so let's do that. Predatory Pirates, that doesn't sound wrong at all. Let's have a look what we've got. So, other than our basic land, which, you know, is a thing. Corsair Captain's going to be our rare for the Pirates. I actually don't know if you get anything different from the Pirates one, but you get things like Rishadin Airship as well, which is a nice 3-mana flyer. Oh, Coastal Piracy's in here as well. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, you may draw a card. Nice. The rare, I don't think we've ever had from this one. I think last time we had Thragdaddy, I want to say. The rare for this one's going to be Ravenous Baloth. 4 mana for a 4/4, sack a beast, gain 4 if it's going to die anyway. Might as well kill it. And same thing goes for Momentous Fall as well. Sack a creature as an additional cost, and then you draw cards equal to that creature's power, and gain life equal to its toughness. So, not actually that much top end, if we're being honest. It's more of a mid-rangey deck than anything else. What's our removal look like? I'm sure we've got some, yeah, we've got some Prey Upons, a little bit of forced blocking, I suppose. Is that really it? That can't be it. Crushing Canopy, don't know if that counts so much. Water Knot is removal. Voyage's End is temporary. And yeah, I guess that's really it, actually. There's a surprisingly little amount of removal in this one, so we'll have to see. I think this is a fine deck, but we may struggle. I think we got the worst of the rares in both packs. I actually don't know what the other forms of pirates look like. I think this is maybe it, because I think Corsair Captain's in all of them. But yeah, without further ado, if you do enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Let's get to it. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, we're in. We've got Thriving Land for the turn 1, even though we've got Spectral Sailor, which is a bit of an awkward situation, but we can chart a course off of that, and yeah, we're going to do alright. We're going to keep this one. So this one can't be blocked except for by Spirit, so we've got that kind of chip damage that's fairly constant. And our opponent is playing... This is Walls. Yep, so the Wall of Vines makes a lot of sense. We're going to just go land and pass here. I'm pretty sure our opponent will know exactly what we're doing, but, you know. Maybe they... I don't know what they could do, to be honest. Wall of Vines does have reach, so Spectral Sailor's gonna be getting blocked. What would we like to see? I guess we can Water Knot the Wall of Vines. That seems pretty terrible. The card you want to really worry for when it comes to walls is the Big Giant. And they've got Assault Formation nice and early as well. So they do have to pay in order to make their creatures do any kind of attacking. So we've got that kind of going for us. Let's play a land, and I think we're just going Charter Course after an attack, so we don't have to discard. There's no reanimation, so... Yeah, I think early Assault Formation kind of has us dead to rights, and even the Wall of Vines killing my Spectral Sailor. It is what it is. I gotta find something better than what we have. There we go, Destroying Enchantment. Okay, so they can pay 1 if they want to hit us for 3. Just gonna go for the Molten Ravager instead. So, I mean, we pretty much just have to go straight for the Crushing Canopy. Yep, Destroying Enchantment. It's gotta really suck for them. What's the actual... I don't remember what they call this one. I really don't know what they call this one. I don't think I've even seen it, to be honest. I certainly haven't seen Molten Ravager before. Ooh. Very impressive. It is a 1/4 that they have to pay mana for. Is this the 5-color deck? And I haven't seen Mana Geode either. All of this is very new to me. Rishadin Airship is a nice play at least. And we can play that right now if we really wanted to. Goes through the Wall of Vines. We can play our Thriving Isle and then have Prosperous Pirates off after that, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, and name green. So not only block creatures with flying with this airship, but that's not really much of an issue. We weren't going to block anyway. Our opponent's just going to get in for 3. And this might be, like, their biggest threat, to be honest. So it's like, do I even bother killing it? I might just go Prosperous Pirates. Make some treasures so that we can do something later. Maybe even just play the Departed Deckhand off of that, since we're already at the top end of our curve anyway. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's get the Deckhand in there. That's an unblockable threat for our opponent. Stops them maybe from getting in with the Ravager if they don't want to have us double block, maybe. Got to keep in mind, though, that when it becomes a target of a spell, you sacrifice it, which also includes us. Can turn our Prosperous Pirates into an unblockable creature, and that's a pretty reasonable clock, considering their clock pretty much demands they tap out for 3 mana every turn. And maybe we just water knot it at certain points. Spitting Earth. Oh, is this... Nope, I still don't know what it is. It almost came to me. It feels like, I don't know, a land destruction-y elementally. Maybe it's something like that. I have no idea, I'll be honest. Alright, so... Let's... Could pay 4 and then... do nothing. It's an option. I mean, we're hitting them for 5. And they're hitting us for 3 or 4 maximum, I guess. So eventually we'll probably come out on top of that. Gotta make use of the Departed Deckhand, I think, while we still can. And we'll just pass. Save our Irresistible Prey until after we've got something that might want to actually profit block. Which is not something we have right now. I don't know. The word, I mean, it's got Molten written here, so that's probably why it's coming to my brain, but I want to say that this is like the Molten pack. I don't know. Seismic? Maybe it's called Seismic. It cares about mountains and lands and exploding and... I don't know. Truly have no idea. There's Towering Giant. Alright, that is what we were saving our Water Knot for. Hope our opponent doesn't have Crushing Canopy for our Water Knot, I guess. So, tap you down. There we go. And then with our island to Prosperous Pirates into another unblockable threat. Boom. Alright, 2 damage away from defeat here. Is there a way that we could make that happen? Pirate's Cutlass. 3 mana. Yeah, Pirate's Cutlass with no interaction from our opponent would do it. And that's really about it, to be honest. Looks like they've just got the interaction they need now. Judging by all the hovering. Yep, there he goes. Volcanic Geyser X1. Takes care of the deckhand. And stops them from taking damage. Volcanic Geyser. Ooh, Momentous Fall. Could actually go for that. Draw cards equal to its power. Yeah, could go with the Brush Strider and then sack it. That's maybe an option for us. We'll wait until maybe we can get some actual value, like a block and sack. Since we can't really use the mana, and we can't really attack it either. I guess we could bluff having a pump spell there, but I think they just block anyway. Grave Bramble, protection from zombies, and a decent blocking threat. This is where I think that we kind of start to struggle. Our opponent passes. Okay, so I think we're just going to draw 3 off of the Brush Strider here and gain 2. It's not really going to help as much. So finding something like a Pirate's Cutlass maybe would be nice. Or even, I guess, a Fungal Rebirth would allow us to get back the departed deckhand. That would be okay. Voyage's End. Not doing as much good. I think we'll just play Sabertooth Mauler, play a land, and we'll pass. We have been stalled so badly. I don't really want to just use this out of nowhere. I want a good reason to have to play it. If our opponent manages to get rid of the Water Knot and untap their Towering Giant, then we're going to be happy to have the Voyage's End to stop that from doing anything. So this is great. This is what we want. We're going to double block. We're going to make our opponent tap all their red. And then we're going to bounce it. So Mauler's going first, you say? I might trade, to be honest. If they stop right here. Should I trade? Yeah, sure. It's okay. Alright. Prey upon. Would have been good with the Mauler. We'd have had a 4-4. And then we could have irresistible prayed and forced a block on the Grave Bramble. Unfortunate. Again, I don't really feel the need to kill anything right here. I guess I could force a block and get rid of the Grave Bramble by preying upon after combat. Great draw. Solid, you love to see it. Attack. Hope our opponent doesn't have a burn spell. They did leave up red. It wasn't going to be enough to kill the Prosperous Pirates, though, in addition, so... Just going to go for the damage one. I was really hoping they wouldn't. I guess we could bounce our own creature. Worst case scenario, I suppose. Kill it! Alright, we've got nothing. We're good. This board is terrible. But it's not going to get much better for our opponent, I'm pretty sure. I think eventually we just win. Sailor of Memes. Okay. Give me a Pirate's Cutlass. Give me a Fungal Rebirth. Give me anything. Pass. Land go. Yeah, once you take the assault formation out of the... Oh, that's what we want to see. Once you take the assault formation out of the Walls deck, it really just flails upon itself and relies heavily on Towering Titan to finish it off. So now we're in a really good spot. So we can swing in with the Sailor of Means, and if we really need to, we can actually bounce the Affectionate Indrik to kill the next spell that they've got. Again, I think they're just digging for that Crushing Canopy. Gargoyle Sentinel is dead. That's got to be a land in hand, right? No, actually, no. I think they've... it could be. Alright, bounce the Indrik. I doubt it's a 4 damage burn spell at instant speed. Prove me wrong. My god, it is, isn't it? It's a Magma Quake. Wow, okay. And we got the Baloth, just in time. Alright, pass the turn. Grim Lavamancer for our opponent. Swing for 4. Drawing a land there is a little bit sketchy. But you know, we're forcing some blocks next turn anyway, so we'll see what goes down. Opponent draws a land, and basically they're now just going to Grim Lavamancer us a few times. I wouldn't be surprised if they did Lavamancer themselves. Yep. Right then and there. Good game. Should we rope them? I don't think that's a good idea, is it? Oh, can you imagine? Well, that was a very long slog. I don't know if some of the trades I made there were ideal, but it worked out in the end. Yeah, when you got the Walls deck and you kill their Crushing, not the Crushing Canopy, their Assault Formation, they're in a lot of trouble. We got Chamber Sentry from the 5-color deck that we haven't seen yet, actually. I do want the Angel from the 5-color deck, so hand that over, Magic Arena. Give me that pack at some point. But anyway, 1 game down, 1 to go. Alright, let's have a look-see. We are actually very removal dense, and I like it. We've got a Departed Deckhand, so we can keep that pressure on, and then we've got the Tempo to slow our opponent down. Hopefully our opponent's playing something that Crushing Canopy would like to interact with. Hello, opponent. And we'll see how we do. Gonna name green for their blue deck. Okay. Could be exactly the same as us. They know we're blue-green now, so the jig is up. They just don't know what kind of green we are. And they got their other one. Oh, they're mono blue. If they're both the same color, you know what color they are. And yeah, we're just going to pass the turn. Can't use Irresistible Prey on the deckhand. It will sacrifice itself, so we don't want that. It's Wizards for our opponent. I think I'm just going to tempo it out. Yeah, I'm just going to bounce it. And yep, that's a good call. Thank you, opponent. Just trying to slow them down as best as I can while building up my own board. So we're going to hit them for 2. We're going to try and chart a course into something good. Ravenous Baloth is okay if we can ever play it. Again, can't use Irresistible Prey here. And Departed Deckhand is probably not long for this world, since they've probably got lots of bounce effects. It's Teferi. Should have probably known with the Protege. I actually don't know if that's in Wizards as well. I think it is, to be honest. Alright, so this is a draw and discard. Don't know if I want to water knot it, but, I mean, getting Teferi's not going to do much. We could go Sailor of Memes, make a treasure. And we got the choice between water knotting the Protege so they can't loot into their good stuff, like their Teferi, which I think has some mill in it. Or we can keep that for the potential to play Ravenous Baloth next turn. I can't imagine Baloth's all that powerful. Not as powerful as a looter. So we'll get rid of the Protege and swing for 2 again. Oh, they got rookie mistake. Ah, no. Okay. No damage for us. It's pretty good use of that card. Got a few hits in with the deckhand, though. But now we're kind of left stranded, doing nothing with an all-green hand. Show me some X1s so that Irresistible Prey can do a thing. There's Ageless Insight. And you know what? Forest, it's pretty good. Ravenous Baloth for us. So even getting rid of the Protege there seems to be a good call, since that would be a draw 2, discard 1 for 2 mana every turn, which is very good. And yep, opponent bounces and draws 2. Ageless Insight is a very good card when it gets to stick around. Maybe it's actually okay now that the 3 fairies gone. The irony. The Teferi card cannot survive with Teferi. Tolarian Kraken. Oof. That's pretty bad. And we got Coastal Piracy, which is pretty good. We're going to play that. And Dawn Treader Elk. Oh, no, 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 no. Calm down. Alright, so they get to do some tapping whenever they draw, which is quite a lot. They could actually pay 1 to untap the Protege and draw 2 off of that, which is kind of cute. Yep. So our Waterknot is officially a useless piece of tech. I suppose I should actually... This is an enchantment, not an artifact. I should be killing that with Crushing Canopy. It's alright, our opponent doesn't know it exists. My bad, chat. I'm sure you knew it was a... I mean, it doesn't even sound like... I don't know. Maybe it does sound like an enchantment. Doesn't to me, but... Alright, Crushing Canopy. Destroy Ageless Insights. Opponent will draw 2, discard 1 in response. Yup. They're at 21. I'd like to say that they'd be, you know, dead before they draw their entire deck, but I reckon they can draw all the good cards in their deck in no time at all. And we'll be in a sad position where nothing really good's coming of it. We're just going to pass. This Tolarian Kraken is doing work. And I don't think we've got an answer for it. Like, it's its activated ability that's really doing it. Crushing Canopy looks pretty good now they've got their tutelage. Ah, nut draws. Aren't they good? So that can allow them to Tolarian Kraken, untap their Protege to draw again. I think I'm just going to basically concede at this point. I don't think we can win. And, yeah, our deck is just straight up not equipped to beat this kind of deck. So, yeah, let's go to the next game. Okay, let's have a look-see. We've got Corsair for our turn 2 play, and then we just kind of hope that we make land drops. Sure, why not? Let's go with it. We'll go with an island, say hello to our opponent. And they're playing cats. Okay. So we got a Corsair that has a flying as long as it's attacking, which is pretty good. It means that it's mostly going to be unblockable. And I guess we're just going to make Truffle Snout a 3/3. That should go through most of their cats. I know they've got some 3/1s in there. We've played cats quite recently. Our enchantments aren't really safe with Feline Sovereign around. I think they've got... I want to say they've got a fair few fight spells as their removal of choice in here. I mean, every deck's got Crushing Canopy, so we've got to keep that in mind. You know, if we get our Coastal Piracy, I don't expect it to do much. And that's Minotaurs. Minotaurs and cats, and you would have the 3/1, wouldn't you? That is a shame. Okay, so swing, get flying. And yeah, I think we're just going to go with the Rishadan Airship then. So we can swing for 5 over our opponent. I think the flying alone should kind of out-tempo this particular opponent. Pseudo Vigilance, and Feral Prowler as well. Okay, so we're going to get in for 5. And I guess we're just going to play the Ravenous Baloth. Yeah. Let's play the Baloth. Could maybe trade with a companion. I doubt it, but maybe you can. So Minotaurs has Sure Strike, +3, +1, and First Strike. So I think I'm just gonna let this happen. We're just gonna race with our 5 damage and be perfectly happy with that, knowing that Ravenous Baloth can sack to gain life, and that's gonna be tempo enough. Also, that's a 4/2 that must be blocked if able. Awkward. Well, you know what? Let's make it block. Swing for 5 and 4, probably blocked on the ground, to trade off with the Canopy Stalker. And then we'll play the Saber-Tooth Mauler, so we can get that 4/4. 4/4 value. Not the best use of the Ravenous Baloth, but I don't think there are many good uses for that particular card, and we just traded a 4/4 for a 4/4, so not too bad. Yeah, pretty convinced that they've got Short Strike in their hand. There's also, what's it called now? Mugging, I think it is. It's like 1 mana, deal 2 damage to a creature it must block, or it can't block. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to say no blocks again. This kind of attack kind of forces them to leave open mana if they want to profit block with the cards I think that they have. And I got the life total. You can got Truffle Snout that can get that Sure Strike out of them. So I guess they want to just try and make Feral Prowler get blocked, and that's a 4/5. Alright, well, now it isn't. Definitely put the land to the bottom. Play Truffle Snout, and we'll go for... It's a tough one, actually, because the 2 damage burn spell that I know that they could have here is definitely a thing. But I do really want the life total. I guess I can block to prevent the life, which is effectively life gain for us. So they're dead in the air next turn, so they're forced to use any removal they might have on the airship to buy them a little bit of time. I think we've successfully tempoed. Alright. So this is where I get that Sure Strike out of them. Happy to just block here and have a 5/5 Mauler. Not much risk to me. Remember, they've got to do all of the aggression here, because if they don't, they're gonna die. Any removal they might have to make this profitable for them, they have to use on creatures that are not in combat right now. So, yeah. Pretty solid. Okay. Not bad at all. Nice and bit of tempo with our Predatory Pirates. And what do we get? Rock's Faith Mender. Nice. This is an old, classic favorite of mine. I don't think it's particularly good, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something fun with it in the future. We'll have to see. But I think that's the first one I've opened. Maybe I've opened 2. I don't know. Certainly haven't got it in the Doctor pack, which I think is where it's found. So, yeah, we're 2 wins up. I think we've got time for plenty more games, and also apparently there's a pack here, so you know what? Lucky you, chat. You get to open a 21 pack with me. Let's have a look. Oh! Oh! Oh, good luck, chat. Thank you. My lucky chat. I seem to always get pretty reasonable packs when I open them up on camera, so maybe I should do it more often. That's why I do pack openings. But actually, when pack openings happen, that's when I have the worst luck. Because then I get to talk about all the garbage. But yeah, that's actually a card I really wanted to use, and seems actually not terrible in new standard meta, to be honest. In a grunk kind of way anyway. But yeah, let's keep going for another game. Okay, we have a very good hand, actually. Nice and low to the curve. We get to lead off with Departed Deckhand, and then actually give it +1/+1, which is pretty sweet. Our opponent is playing a red deck of some sort. Could be red-white. It is Devils. And they're going to lead with Torch Fiend. Okay, Devil seems very popular today. Don't know why, but it is. Alright, Departed Deckhand. I feel like it's already dead. It's Basri. Okay. Basri's Devils. Where are we going with this? I think we're going with just the Corsair Captain and swinging for 3. It's not really the best value for us, though, knowing that there's a Siege Striker here that could be a 3/3 double strike next turn. And, yes, I guess I've got to go Truffle Snout for that. Opponent's getting impatient. Hello. I'll let them know that I see them. I'm on to them. Alright, so simply just getting in with the Siege Striker tapping Torch Fiend isn't going to be good enough here. They've got Chained Brute. Okay. And another Torch Fiend. There's 2 in that deck. And you pass. Now that is fascinating. Alright, we're going to go with the Corsair Captain, mostly for the treasure and the fact that we actually get to swing for 3 here with our currently still not dead Departed Deckhand. So they've got a pretty good situation going on. When you sack a permanent, deals 1 damage to any target. Okay. Why are they not attacking in with their big, huge hulk of a Siege Striker? That is my question. I am going to offer up this block here, because that's currently their sack outlet for the PianoJester. Is this when it's when they sacrifice? Okay, so not when I sacrifice, which actually can happen with the treasure token that we've got right now. So we're going to get in for 3. Still not going to use Departed Deckhand's ability to make things unblockable just yet. Could go Corsair Brush Strider. Guess that's okay. Could even go Brindle Show. Brindle Show is a very good blocker. In fact, you know what? I'm all for that. Doubt they can get Trample with the Siege Striker. So I'll just get myself a free 3/3 that the lovely Brindle Show provides. Basri's Solidarity. Woof. Do you dare all attack me? You do. Interesting. Is a lot of damage. Let's be honest. So this is 4, this is 6. We're just going to block the most amount here and get Brindle Show in. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we can find 1 point of damage, we win. How would we do that? Pirate's Cutlass off the top. I think that's about it, really, isn't it? Just Pirate's Cutlass. Oh! 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 Oh, boy. Oh, no, they've got Torch Fiend. Maybe they don't know. We're gonna get in with the Corsair Captain, I guess. Still. Maybe they don't know. They're hovering like they might. Yeah, I think they've noticed. Alright, we're gonna swing, swing. I guess they want me to go for lethal, and I don't. So I want to swing with just enough to put our opponent dead next turn, but also have enough back to block. Is that even theoretically possible? We're going to block PianoJester and take 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to have 2 blockers back. It's not a good game, and you know it isn't. Get in like that. You know it's not good game. You're trying to... That's the GG settle, is that? Yeah, you do know that your thing actually prevents lethal. Okay. Alright. Pass the turn. I think they're oopsing me like they've forgotten their Torch Fiend doesn't work. But now I've got double blocks to stay alive, plus Departed Deckhand. When it dies, deals 1 damage, plus Departed Deckhand to give unblockable to any of our other creatures. Yep, tap defaults Rager, and then we take 6. Blook and Blook. I guess it's actually 8. If I don't sack my treasure. Now they have only 1 artifact target for the Torch Fiend. Since this could point damage anywhere it wants. They could do Pirate's Cutlass. Alright, so let's just say this is unblockable. And that should be lethal. Even with the -2 on the Corsair Captain there. Oh, the Pirate's Cutlass. Yep. And that'll do it. Alright. Yeah, we could have lost there if we didn't sack a treasure. I don't think I've ever been in that kind of situation before. Unless I'm missing something. You're dead. It's not a spirit. Can't do anything when it activates. Nothing's got the activate. In fact, I think if we hadn't have killed the brute in the block earlier, we would have also died. Since this thing has a sacrifice ability, they could have aristocrats us, essentially, with the PianoJester. Not too bad. Yeah, I think they didn't realize until it was too late that they could have probably, you know, they were either GG settling me, or they just had no idea. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know, but that was a really good game. I feel good about that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, though. That's going to have to do it for today's video, since this is kind of... I want to say it's a bonus video. It's not for you, necessarily, but, you know, I lost footage, so I have to do extra Jumpstart today, which, you know, both happy and sad about at the same time. So, yeah, Pirates and Predatory seem to be a reasonable combination. I actually do like Pirates. I didn't think I would. I thought they were probably going to be pretty mediocre, to be honest, but there's a nice tempo package for them here. And Departed Deckhand, I always had a little bit of a soft spot for this card, but not all that much. Didn't see any Coastal Piracies. We did get to Momentous Fall. And yeah, you know, kind of got everything to work as we'd hoped. But yeah, very awkward. Some games probably didn't play them as cleanly as possible, but then I think the treasure sack play, if you don't mind me patting my own back, I think that was pretty good. Normally I would miss that kind of line, and my opponents would hit it, and then I would get comments going, "Why didn't you sack treasure?" And I'd be like, I don't know. I didn't know it was a thing that had to happen, but yeah. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, and subscribe as well for some more Jumpstart in the future. I'm going to keep trying to do as much of this as I possibly can for you guys, so it carries on after the event ends. But yeah, if you do enjoy, like and subscribe as I mentioned, I think. And yeah, see you all next time. Take care.